What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rock Too Easy, and I'm with my guy KG, aka Coach G, and this is Real Talk
Yes, sir. What's going
Football.
on, baby boy? What's
I'm
going
chilling.
on?
Man. Long week, but we got a lot to recover and talk about. We got a lot to recover and talk about. This is episode 12, everybody. Today we're going to be discussing high school football recap, upcoming games, college week. Games is going on right now. Games is going on all weekend, man. This football season is back.
Yes, sir. And it's fresh, and I'm loving it. Everything is good, man. I'm excited again about these big games we're gonna see in college. And guess NFL is next week. It's a week away. Opening night with the Chiefs and the Ravens. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And so, like I said, we got high school recaps. We got college game day going. We got games going on right now. Colorado is in a dog fight with North Dakota State right now. We too did.
Right. Travis
Crazy.
Hunter Travis Hunter with a touchdown to make it 24 to 20.
Oh, that
23.
boy is different. That boy is different. He in the way he plays both sides is just crazy. But right now he just scored that receiving touchdown. So let's
Yes,
talk
sir.
about receivers scoring a touchdown. That guy
Right.
Brandon Ayuk just scored a bag.
Yes, sir.
Bad guy. Breaking news as of today: Brandon Ayuk locked in on his 4-year, $120 million deal, 76 guaranteed. 30 million a year. That's pretty much put him locked in where the Tyreeks and the St. Browns of the world. How you feeling about this deal, bro?
Man, I'm just happy it's over because it was getting annoying. It just wouldn't stop. It was like, do you want to stay? Do you want to get traded? Like, then you coming back then you signed the deal they had already offered because you knew they wasn't coming off. And I'm also over like the immaturity of these players posting stuff on the social media. Like,
Right.
just handle your business in house, and then the GMs get involved. John Lynch got involved today with his comments talking about eventually you got to play. Like, all right, man, like, come on. Just you either going to trade him or you're going to pay him. And then obviously you gave in. So you said those comments for nothing, knowing you had the contract, right? So I just think
Right.
it's just petty at this point. You either want to stay with the team you want to be with or get traded. Now, I do think they overpaid him because
Yeah, we talked about this.
you know what this mean. He
Mm-hmm.
just got paid. Y'all not paying Debo. Y'all drafted another receiver, rookie receiver, to groom him in that offense. You're not gonna play Debo again. He gets hurt too much, so Debo gonna be asking for money, even though he shouldn't because he hasn't performed and he's been injured. But it is what it is. I'm over people talking about, well, that's the receiver market. That's the receiver market. He don't belong to be getting money, the same amount of money as Tyreek Hill and Amon St. Brown. So Amon Ron St. Brown, sorry. So it is what it is. Y'all overpaid. Y'all gonna regret it, and that's it. So
Yeah.
how you
Yeah.
feel about the deal?
Yeah, to piggyback. Well, first thing I was seeing another report that was saying basically that deal was on the table for a while,
Right,
and he was
right. It
guessing
came back to it.
right, and I guess he just like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna just, and they're not gonna budge off of this. So, uh, they over. Well, once again, you're saying that they overpaid him, so they overpaid his market, the market of his value, because when you look at that offense, there is no surefire number one option
Right.
outside of CMAC, but he's your running back, but he can be dynamic in multiple ways. So there's no surefire number one guy, but at the same time, they see he's an important piece to that team. They drafted and developed him and felt like they needed him to be that piece of that final piece of the puzzle of that offense. When you got him,
Right.
Debo Kittle, the young rookie they just drafted, the kid that he actually likes. So they want to keep that offense
Oh,
dynamic, and then we'll see how they carry it as far as with Purdy now. Because now you talking about Debo, we're talking about Purdy, because now it's like, Purdy, are you the game changer of this offense that you're managing,
right.
or I mean, like, what is your deal going to be like? What's your check going to be like? Because now we're talking about the quarterback market, and Brock Purdy, you see the top guys in Burrow, he got 55.
Right.
Purdy can argue, well, I went to the Super Bowl. I'm winning games. I'm not
Right.
turning the ball over. Pay me 55. And then that's when the question marks are coming in. You, I don't know about that, bro.
I'm just
So that's how I feel about that.
why I don't understand. Like, I listen, I get it. He's their surefire number one receiver, right?
Right.
I believe if Persall wasn't hurt and wasn't ready to start this first game, he wouldn't have
Mhm.
got that money. I think they would have
Gotcha.
traded him and said, "We're gonna groom the rookie." All right, whatever. He been balling.
Right.
If he was able to showcase out there and put some film out there, he'd have been fine. But for me, I'm not giving a guy $30 million a year, even if he is my number one receiver, who's like the fifth or sixth option on my offense.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that's another reason that puts me in where I believe they overpaid him, because he ain't the first option, he ain't the second option, he ain't even the third option, even if he is the number one receiver. Like,
Right.
he's really
Right.
not. Like, so that's another reason why I wouldn't have paid that.
Mhm.
I would have gave him away. Hey, give me some picks, give me another player, whatever the case may
Right.
be. You want to go somewhere, here you go, but I'm not going to trade you to where you want to go.
Right.
Right.
And honestly, now, all right, we're gonna trade you somewhere. Now you go prove that you're that number one option that you think that you are for this
Right.
money. Because a lot of times these number one options, they get multiple targets. They're dynamic in multiple ways. They use them in multiple ways, moving them around. But like I said, this is an offensive system that they have ran there. And granted, like I said, they all do their job well.
Yes, they
So
do.
there's no argument in that. But
Yeah.
it's a matter of
It's a plug and play offense.
right, right,
Shanahan can work with whoever and groom whatever. He's shown to do that when he was with the Redskins. So, and then when he did it as the OC in Atlanta, even though he had some firepower over there, he's proven that he can do it. So,
right, exactly. So well, I mean, there is no we'll see because we already know what that offense is going to be.
right.
So get your bag. I'm happy for you getting your bag. So we'll see what goes from there. For real.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
So moving on, as you just said, right? You said they still going to be a dynamic offense, but I think something that we haven't been talking about and people really haven't been talking about is Trent Williams, his teammate,
Mhm.
holding out. And we all saw last season what the Niners looked like with him out of there. They went 0-3 without him being there, three straight losses last year without Trent Williams there. Trent Williams is holding out because he wants a new contract. You
Mhm.
paid CMC extra money. Now you paid Ayuk, Brandon Ayuk extra money. Now, probably your most important piece to that offense, especially with that offensive line, is holding out, and he still ain't there. And they play Monday Night Football against the Jets, against that
Mhm.
pass rush and that good defense. So,
Mhm.
how do you feel about this deal not getting done yet for Trent Williams, and how will it affect Purdy and their offense moving forward if he's not there week one?
Right. Let's be honest. Left tackle is more important than what Brandon Ayuk contributes on that offense.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Let's be honest. What it is, not even a left tackle. It's one of the top three best left tackle in the league.
Yep, if not the
No
best.
matter exactly, no matter of his injuries that he's had, no matter if he done stunk it up in the Super Bowl with all them holding calls, how he got all them holding calls and the Chiefs ain't get done. That is
Right.
beyond me. But but either way, he still he didn't have a good Super Bowl, but this is still Trent Williams we're talking about here. Is one of the best left tackles in the game. If you want, this is your that is while he is on the left side, he is your bell cow anchor guy that your run play game, your run game is the strongest on that left side.
Right.
Your passing is the strongest on that left side too. So they got to pay that man. I don't know what he's asking for.
Mhm.
I honestly didn't even. I haven't even looked up the market to see what a left tackle market is right now. Who's the highest right now? Maybe is it Tunzel?
I think
It
it's
might be
Larry.
Tunzel.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it might be him.
Yeah. So, and Tunzel, he's a legit dude too himself. So I can't
I
even.
don't know. It's because whatchamacallit just got paid as Tristan Wirfs.
Oh yeah, he did. He did get paid. Yep.
Yeah.
So what is his?
Say again.
How much? What is his a year? How much he's getting paid a year?
28.12.
28. Yeah,
And then Penny Sewell is there for the Lions. And then
well deserved it, right?
Laramie Tunsil is fourth now.
Fourth
Christian
now. Damn.
Christian Darrisaw is at third with 26 million, and Trent Williams is at six at 23 million.
God damn,
So
Trent, what you want?
right,
I'm trying to get
he
30,
even though
bro.
he's six, I would have to check his age, but listen, he belongs up there. But all them guys, Tristan Wirfs and Penny Sewell, are very young
Right.
guys. They're like 24
Yeah.
and 25 years old. Trent does, I think if they do a deal, it's going to be like a 1 or 2 year extension because he is getting up there in age. But I believe even with this Brian and Ayuk signing for them,
Right.
Niners lose game one. Because he neutralizes your best pass rusher.
Hold on, I told
So
you I got the
without
Jets
him,
close to the playoffs, right? I told you I got the Jets close to the playoffs, right? Come on,
I said without Trent Williams. I said without Trent. I said without
Say it
Trent,
again.
they lose.
Who gonna win on Monday?
If Trent Williams is not playing Monday Night Football in about 10 days now?
Yeah.
11
Say
days.
Say it again. Go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers and them bum Jets gonna win that game Monday. So that may flip the script on AFC standing.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man. I'm not starting this argument with you, man. I build it. Come on, man.
Oh gosh. Listen, Niners, I feel like y'all should have figured it out more so with Trent than Ayuk. Nothing against Ayuk in his game, but a left tackle and that tackle is way more important for that offense because how you gonna get the ball out? Because a lot of that stuff is drawn up scheme plays that you need for that offense to be successful. So y'all figure it out.
Gonna make him number one overall. If you ain't gonna make him number one paid overall, at least make him top 3. He's earned that. He's earned that.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes from there. But on to some high school news, high school recap. Yes, sir.
It was a big last weekend. It was a great weekend, man. So go ahead. My fault. I mean to cut you off.
Nah, it's all good. Just a couple of big games that I wanted to go by. You had the Springford and Souderton game. Springford came on top of because I came on top. No, did he? Springford.
Come on, bro.
Springford came out with the win.
Mason Cameron got you right out of here.
He like you acting unusual. Springford came out with the win over Souderton, 31-14. Number one quarterback in the state, Mr. Matt Zollers. I'm not sure how you typically say your Zollers. Matt Zollers, 18 for 22, 255 yards and a touchdown. This dude was moving and grooving in the pocket, getting that ball out, man. Dude's a baller. I'm looking forward to seeing him this year. I think I'm going to go see him next week or a week after that. When they play Downingtown East, that's the game I'm going to go see.
That's in 2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, I want to see how he looks in that pocket. Like I told you, he still knows how to move around that pocket and keep his eyes downfield. But that Downingtown D line and O line is so big and strong. We'll see how he is under that pressure in there, getting that ball out to his guys. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him play. Next game is a Chester nail biter close game against PV. I watched a good bit of that game. I missed the first touchdown score. Caught like the beginning of the second quarter leading into the rest of the game. It was a close game. These dudes was cramping up, bro. Like that's how you exactly. It's how you know it's week one. Dudes is cramping up. Dudes got to play both sides. At every play, they're blowing the whistle. Dudes getting laid out, stretched out. Dudes getting jogging off. They didn't had 20 quarterbacks in the game, 20 running backs just rotating guys in. this was a good close game. I kind of wish it wasn't a week one game due to the fact of both teams wasn't as clean,
Yeah.
because it was penalties everywhere. Once again, like I said, guys was cramping up. It was miscues and mistakes, but it still was a really good game. Chester came out on top. I feel like they could have won by at least another touchdown or two, honestly, if it wasn't for the penalties that they had to clean up.
Right.
Once they get that in check, but they still got some big games the rest of this season.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Chester turns out. I think PV will bounce back. I think their only other big game will probably be against Springford later in the year. So we'll see how they go from there and build from there.
Yeah. I think more people should go out and see the Missouri commit and Matt Zollers. He is really, really good. If you get a chance to sing Springford, go out there and see him and see if he's really worthy of being in that SECs. So he's the top guy in the state.
Yep. Yes, sir. I look forward to seeing him. Last game that I got covered is number 4 LaSalle College. Went up and put the belts to ass on Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Oh my! And Harrisburg is a big known high school, is known as being legit. LaSalle beat them 45-7, bro.
Jeez.
Belts to asses.
Where's the defense?
Belts to asses. This kid Gavin Sidwar, 21-29, 268 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Wowzers.
You heard that? Wowzers. 268 and 5 touchdowns, bro.
He was playing 7-on-7 out there. Jeez.
Bro, that boy was different. He connected up with a kid who actually I've seen play since, I want to say, since he was about, I don't know how old he was, because he played with my nephew, Julian McFadden. He had 63 yards and a touchdown. I look forward to seeing LaSalle play this year. They're going to be a strong team this year.
I'm going to get into that if the game's to watch. So, yeah.
They're definitely going to be a strong team this year, and I look forward to seeing them, man. Oh, my goodness. There's some good high school PA balls in this area, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to hit you with 2 games. Roman Catholic and Newman Goretti, which we thought was going to be a good game, but it was a blowout.
Belts to asses.
And Catholic won 45-12. So it wasn't a big game in Philly like we thought it was, and the way we was promoting it and the way other people was promoting it as well that I saw around social media. So Roman Catholic, as tough as they are, handle business like they were supposed to and got Newman Goretti right up out of here. And I'm going to go back to the guy I told you about last week to watch out for, MOTEP Charter. They won 38-20 against the team up from Canada, from Ontario. And Joey McLeish, who made his first start as a sophomore quarterback, threw for 244 yards, ran for another 50 and 3 total touchdowns. He almost had 300 yards total in his first high school start. Now that's a good start for MOTEP, and a good win. I know Coach Dev probably wasn't happy with so many points scored on the scoreboard. He likes to keep that score a little bit low, probably 1 touchdown.
How many hills is that? How many hills and how many tens is that?
Right. Coach likes his defense to play hard, fast, but very disciplined. So, the MOTEP Charter will be off this week, but they play a big game next week that we are both going to.
Yes, sir.
They play against Chester next week. So I'm looking forward to that game next week, man. But that is our segment for the recap. We're going to get right back into high school football and tell you all the games to watch this tomorrow night on August the 30th. There are some games today because of the holiday. You know what I mean? So there was a couple games tonight that played. I know one game, CB West versus Upper Dublin, was tonight. But
Yep.
here we go. We're gonna go talk about the college football games, big games this weekend in a couple days on Saturday. I wish we had a little college game day here, like we have it in our little crib. You know what I mean? Make put the
Put the mask
basketball
on.
hat on, and who we gonna pick? You know what I mean? Maybe we need to invest. Maybe we need to invest.
For
But no,
sure.
a couple games that I have on the list. Uh, this week. I'm gonna let you get the ones you said, but I'm going to say Miami versus Florida. It's always good when the Florida teams are back and they play well, even though FSU freaking laid an egg last week against Georgia Tech. But Miami, number 19,
Terrible
Florida.
tackling. Oh my
Looking
god.
forward to seeing all the hype everybody has made in the transfer. Cam Ward, who came from Washington State, who is now the quarterback for Miami. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. They say the defense looks revamped and looks fast like back in the days, and he's got a lot of weapons to throw to. Florida losing two of their players who made up their whole offense. They lost Pearsall to the draft with the Niners, and they lost Etienne's little brother, Trevor
Mhm.
Etienne. He transferred out of there to Georgia. So who knows who's going to be on that Florida offense? But it should still be a good game in the swamp. And another game, two other games I got is A&M and Notre Dame. It's a top 25 matchup. Notre Dame's number 7. I think they're overrated every single year. And they, depending on how they play, they may squeak into the playoffs this year because it's 12 teams, but I don't see them doing any damage. I see them losing the first round anyway. Should be a good game. A&M is always good. They had the number 1 recruiting class the last like 2-3 years with some good players, so that should be a good game. In the underrated game I'm watching is number 8 Penn State versus West Virginia.
Yep.
Now, just because Penn State is number 8 doesn't mean this is going to be a walk in the park. West Virginia, no matter who they have on their team, whether it's big name players or no name players, it is hard to win in that stadium. It's loud. So I expect Penn State to have a little bit of struggles on the road and maybe even get upset. So I'm putting them on upset alert this weekend. What you got for me? What are your big games you're looking forward to seeing this weekend?
Yeah, man. Just to add on to that end game that you said, West Virginia is always going to come with that offense. So, and it might end up being a shootout. We'll see how that game turns out. They definitely always come with that offense.
We'll see if it's a shootout. You know, he Franklin lives in the Stone Age with Tomlin with the offenses, so I don't know about a
He
shootout.
might just run the ball just to make sure that they don't get that offense on the field,
Yeah,
bro, for sure.
right.
Well, the two games that I got going on, big game, Georgia versus Clemson. Number 1 Georgia versus number 14 Clemson.
Mhm.
Clemson has been strong with their recruiting class. Georgia is set to be right back at that number 1 seed, and we want to see what Carson Beck is going to do going into this next year. See if he's going to be able to carry this team over the top. But once again, they're one of the top recruiting teams. They always come with the best trench work of guys on the offensive and defensive side. So, being as though that we want to see if Carson Beck is able to take that next step going into this season and beating Clemson. They got Bama. They got a lot of big games this year where
What,
he's going to be challenged.
what are your thoughts on Carson Beck? Because I think he's a little bit overrated. After 1 year, everybody was all over him. He's the next big
Right.
thing and all that, but I don't see it. He's got to show a little bit more.
Not sold on him. I look at him as like you're like even when Bama had their run when you had AJ McCarron, you had just those system guys where everything's built around you so right.
Yeah.
It makes you look good.
Yeah.
And so that's who I think that he is. And being as though that you had the number 1 seed and you shit the bed last year, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it just you didn't took nobody over the top
Right. And
with
you
the playmaker.
lost your security blanket in Brock Bowers to the draft.
Yep.
So
Yep. On Vegas. He's on Vegas. Yep.
elevate your players, elevate
Yep.
your teammates around you. You know.
Exactly. And the second game I had is actually currently going on right now. Carolina, Colorado versus North Dakota State.
He got 400 yards.
Yeah, Shador is getting off right now. I can't lie, and this is a close game. It was going back and forth. I need them to cover the spread, which was 59. I took the over. It's currently at 44. We got 12 minutes left. I need these guys to cover the spread.
This man is crazy.
I need these guys to cover the spread. Shador throw another bomb the horn. Oh gosh, this offense is looking electric, but this defense is still what it is. Pass rush is still trash. They keep playing exactly. They keep playing all this man coverage. They can't. Their D line is not getting there with all this man coverage, so he's having time to get this dang ball out. So that's the only reason why it's been close. I don't know why North Dakota has gotten to run the ball more than what they needed to, like when the pass game was running. So yeah, this was the big game that I got, and it has been a big game because Colorado's only up 24-20. So this game, fourth quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, this game can go either way.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So as we close this segment out, I'm looking forward to sitting down since I didn't get to sit down and watch any games last week, even though it was minimal games on last week. So I'm looking forward to watching some games with my son because he loves football too. So I'm looking forward to the questions he's going to ask and like just talk him through it just before his game that he plays on Sunday, just to make him a little bit better. So it's almost like watching film for me, especially when the replay comes up. I can bring things up to him like, hey, remember what I told you at practice? You know what I mean? And he sees it, you know what I mean? So he's reading guys too, and he knows more players in college and in NFL than I do when I was his age. Like he knows the whole. I'm like, bro, how you know him? Looking at him like, how you know him? Like, you know what I mean? So
You're like TikTok, Dad. What you mean?
Ain't no TikTok in this kid. Ain't no TikTok. Yeah.
He said it shut down.
I'm just excited to watch games with him and listen to him and watch him learn. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's definitely love, man. That's definitely love. We're gonna stick on to this college, and it's not a game that's taken place this year yet. But is this a make it or break it for Ryan Day to get over Michigan? If he loses to Michigan, is his job on the line? What you think?
I don't think his job is on the line if he loses to Michigan. I think his job is on the line if he doesn't win a championship this year. Like we talked about last week, you got all these transfer big players from Bama and Ole Miss, the one of the best safeties in the nation, one of the best, if not the best running back in the nation, and one of the best backup running backs in the nation as well that started for you last year too. And then you bring in that cold freshman wide receiver who is going to start this weekend too. You got Howard, the transfer, like we talked about, as quarterback that came from Kansas. And you got all those returners on defense, those first rounders on defense, I should add. If you don't win the championship this year, I believe he should be out. I talked to a diehard Ohio State fan who's from Ohio and said, he looked at me and said, who are you going to hire if you fire him?
Oh, God.
I said, you right.
This is Ohio State, bro.
I said, you right. Who can they hire? There's really not anybody out there, but they can steal somebody from a different school. Now, who that may be, I don't really know. I don't know a lot of big-time college coaches or even guys that are alum from Ohio State that would go there from either a small one, a D1 school, or a small D1 school, AA school. But Ryan Day needs to win the championship. I'm not too concerned about Michigan because I think they're going to beat Michigan this year. But you got to win a championship. Ain't nobody worried about you losing or winning to Michigan like the people from those two states are.
Right.
But the person that writes your checks wants a ring. You've had too many talented teams and quarterbacks, and you haven't won since you was the OC when Zeke was there, when whatchamacallit was the coach. Urban Meyer was the coach. So that's what I think. His job will be on the line if he doesn't win the championship. How about you?
Yeah, I think his job is on the line if he does not win the championship, being as though he does have one of the best teams in college football this year. But but I still think that still plays a part into his contract incentive.
Right.
you still got you still got to beat Michigan, bro,
Right.
because not only have you lost to Michigan, they put belts to asses on you the last two times.
Right.
Like we got hyped for these games, and y'all have, like I said, y'all shit the bed, and these
They
games are supposed to
ran
be.
they ran through them for in those last two games. Dang, they're probably 500 yards in the last two games.
Yeah, bro. And like, how you have one of the best teams in college football and getting ran through like that?
Mm-hmm.
It that don't make no sense. The way you got exposed, like it's just it ain't adding up, and so it makes you look like you're only beating up on bums, and then till you play the big dogs, and then
Yep.
you get smacked.
Right.
And that's not how you play bully ball. That's not, especially once again, you're Ohio State. You had some of the best guys that are even in the next level now dominating in the league, and
Right.
you're letting the. And granted, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like the quarterback last year on Ohio State. I understand that was Marvin Harrison Jr.'s guy. He
Yeah.
he went to prep. Nah, I'm not. I wasn't sold on
Kyle,
him.
Kyle McCord.
Yeah, just
I
wasn't
ain't think
sold on him.
I ain't think he was like that even when he was leaving St. Joe's.
Yeah,
And
they got him out
he
there.
struggled. He struggled out the gate and struggled throughout the season. So
Exactly.
the
So
Ohio
that's like
State
why he
we also got to remember that they play in the Big.
struggled his way out of states.
Say again.
I'm sorry, yeah, and I said, and that's how he struggled his way out of Ohio State
Right.
because he wasn't it.
He wanted the competition. He was scared of competition because
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to start. But like I was saying, Ohio State plays in the second best conference in the nation. They play in the Big Ten.
Right.
Everybody's tough on defense. There's some there's some teams that struggle to score. Like I don't understand how Iowa continues to win when they don't really have an offense, but they play great
That
defense in
defense,
that
man.
conference. And you got USC, you got UCLA, you got all these teams that can put points on the board. I want to see if those teams can hang in the Big Ten because you got to play defense in the Big Ten, and then
Yes, sir.
if you could score and play defense, you're gonna be a good team. So Ohio State's got to put it all together this year. They got too many big names not to. Ryan Day's got to
Mhm.
put it together and get his team to play. If you do make it all the way to the championship game, you play 16 to 17 games. So you got to get your team to play. Even during those bye weeks, you got to get them rest and get them ready to get up and do what they need to do.
That's facts. That's definitely true. And not even just that. So, what do you think about how Michigan's going to be this year with a new head coach?
With all those distractions going on around there with the cheating and the coaches on the sidelines, the recording the last couple years
It
and
was
whatnot.
wicked work.
Yeah. So I really don't know I think they're still gonna be solid. It's Michigan. Their defense is good. Don't know what the quarterback play is going to be like. You still got Edwards back there at running back. He gonna get busy. He was getting busy even when Blake Corum was there. Um, so I think they'll be able to run the ball. It's just can they develop a quarterback that can throw the ball downfield because they haven't had that even when Harbaugh was there. So I think they'll still be serviceable. Do
Mhm.
they make the playoffs? I don't think so. They depending on
Mm.
if the case gets if the case gets if it goes to court and then they get banned, who knows what's
Right.
going to
They
happen
get
there.
found guilty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got a D back you gotta look for. He's probably gonna get drafted in the first round. He's really, really good, their corner. Um,
Hmm.
and he dang near anchors that back seven. So it might be rough for them because of everything that's going on. Kids might be distracted, never know, even though they're young men, still those things is in the back of your head. People questioning you when you run out there and calling you cheaters when you walk out and all that other stuff. And so
Hmm.
get to know some of those young kids' minds. Sometimes some of those kids can block it out, but we'll see. What about you? What do you think? Do you think they'll make the playoff or you think they'll not even make a bowl game?
Was it 12 that can go in right this year? 12?
Yep. 12. Yep.
I I think they can get to 12. I think they'll go top 12 only because the seeding how it is now, we know Penn State's not going to stay in there. We know that.
But you gotta
Notre
remember
Dame
some of those teams that usually don't get those automatic bids are going to get those automatic bids now, like the small schools like a Tulsa or Tulane
right,
or
right, right,
FIU.
right, right, right.
Those teams
Yeah.
from those like small conferences, whoever wins that, they get a bid. They're going to get an
Mhm.
automatic bid now, and
Well,
still those
right. So I
those
think I think this year will show your true biasness in these guys who do vote in for this seed. This is where
hmm
you'll find out what it, because then now it's like, all right, it was only 4 teams. Now we've expanded it, and then now it's like you're still being biased and not letting not letting the right teams get in after you didn't
hmm
already expanded on this playoff. So this is where you'll see where if it's about money or if it's about
Well,
winning.
we already know it's about money,
Oh,
but
for sure.
we don't need
That's
this
exactly what it's about.
facts. All right, moving on. We're going to get back to our last topic, and that is our high school football segment. And we're going to let you know out there what high school football games you can watch tomorrow night, this Friday, August 30th. And I'm going to get right into it. I think the biggest game this weekend is LaSalle versus Malvern Prep out there down as the Jersey Shore Classic, they call it, or whatnot. I think that's going to be a huge game to watch this Friday night. I also think CB South, uh, CB South this weekend versus Wood. They play. Uh, Wood did not put on a good showing last week. They got blown out last week. And I also think even though these teams they started off both 0-1. They got big. They were made as preseason like favorites to win their divisions and even make the playoffs in 6A ball. That's Pennsbury versus Quakertown. Pennsbury has a kid named Walker Murray. He's a senior. Watch out for him. Had 15 tackles by himself last week. He's a really good player. Even though they lost last week 24-2, only getting 2 points up there. Yeah, Pennsbury didn't look too well. And I'm going to give a shout out to my guy, Cordero Newkirk, head coach of Truman. They play Abington tomorrow. Good luck to my guy. I think that's going to be a game to watch. Not that many big games, considering it's those out-of-conference games still. They get those first 3 to 4 weeks before they start conference play, and the games start to get up there. And shout out to your alma mater, the Town, Norristown versus Upper Marion this week. The Town won last weekend, and you know what I mean. What's up, bro?
The game happened tonight, and it was fighting.
Oh, it was tonight. I read the date wrong. They was fighting.
They pushed the game to Saturday, and apparently it's only supposed to be the team playing Saturday.
Wait, what? Nobody's allowed to go to the game?
Bro, they kicked everybody out of the stadium tonight.
Yo, that is crazy. Breaking news, people. I did not know this.
I was just on Facebook.
He's breaking news right now. So Norristown and Upper Marion got into a fight tonight. The game was tonight. They pushed the game to Saturday to finish it. No crowd. That is crazy. Can we stop doing this at high school games and let the kids have fun? Listen to me. Your kids are not going to the Super Bowl after they play high school football. It's not going down. Let the kids play. It's not about you, daddy, who was good back in the day, 20 to 30 years ago. Your career is over, my guy. Give it up. It's over with. It's not about you. It's about the kids. Come on.
My God.
This is why like mental health is so important, because this is traumatizing for kids and embarrassing, like especially if it's that person's family, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was adults or kids out there fighting.
Either or.
Right.
Either or, it's embarrassing, especially whatever crowd it's on. And now you out there playing a game with no crowd, like COVID. like it's quiet in that joint. All you hear is the whistle and the click clack in the trenches and the tackling.
Right.
So that's embarrassing. I'm sorry to hear that. I feel sorry for the Norristown kids. Feel sorry for the Upper Marion kids that they got to deal with this. Is people? It's just gotta stop. We gotta stop and let our kids just play football. Ain't no need to fight. Just relax. My bad, man. Do your thing. Let me know what games you got. You want our fans and people to watch out there, man.
Yeah. As you were saying, as the out of conference games, Roman Catholic, they have a big game against a team, St. John's from DC. They're number one in the state.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wish it was a freaking home game because I definitely would have made it out to that one. That's going to be a Saturday afternoon game. That's going to be down in DC. So once it's out of conference, it's just always good to sit here and step out of your comfort zone, not even comfort zone, your comfort zone, or going up against and seeing these normal teams that you normally see, and just to see, all right, let me see what I am line up against these guys in another state. So I'm actually I hope there's a stream for it or something, or some type of way for me to see that game happen. I'm gonna definitely be tuned into that. I'm gonna look into that. Okay. Another game, my other game that I got penciled in this is going to be a bounce back game for PV. They got a big game against Coatesville.
Oh wow!
Yeah. The last few years,
Coatesville lost last weekend too.
Yep, they definitely did. Yep, two big 0-1s, and that's the last thing you want to have, trying to make a strong playoff push. So I look at that as a big game for them. Last couple of years, I've seen them go at it. Once again, my little cousin Rasheem Grayson, he was on the team when they played. They played in the regular season. They played in the playoffs, which was crazy.
A couple years ago, I remember that. Yeah.
Coach came back. Yeah, they came out on. Oh my God, Travis Hunter is different, bro.
Travis Hunter is ridiculous. He needs to chill.
He's different. He is different. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
He is different.
Come on, bro. Ain't no need for to be disrespectful and catch that ball like that.
That was, oh God.
Jeez. I don't care if they play in North Dakota State or not. Like, that's disrespectful.
He's getting off, definitely. But yeah, like I said, to close it out, that's going to be a big game and matchup for those two 0-1 teams who's known to play against each other, and I'm definitely looking for this because I know they have that stream, so I'm definitely checking that game out
for sure. One game we forgot to recap was, and I forgot about it, and it's written down in my notes right here, is North Penn came back last week and beat Downingtown East 28-20.
Oh, they did.
Yes, they did.
Oh, man.
Downingtown East is 0-1.
Wow.
Ooh. North Penn looks like they're back to. I mean, I know it's only one game, but it was a big game.
That's a big game.
They starting off a little bit stronger this year, and that maybe bolster confidence going into these last two out of conference games and then getting into conference play. Like, hey, we're not going 6-5 and making the playoffs and then losing early in the playoffs again. We're here now. So maybe Dick Beck and the boys from North Penn are back. We'll have to see. Maybe have to check a game out, get there for a game, me and you, and see what that team is like this season.
For sure. You know, I'm going to pull right up with my bleachers chair.
Oh, here we go with the bleacher chair. Somebody come get this old man. I'm older than this old man. He's talking about a bleacher chair. I'll sit right down on the bleachers or stand up. This man is 60 years old with a bleacher chair. Come on.
You gotta stop hating, dog.
Come on, man. Like, let's be real with that, bro. Anyway, that is our show tonight, people. We thank you for joining us. This show, we're gonna drop this tomorrow around 12:30, 1 o'clock to get this to y'all, so y'all know what games y'all need to go to on tomorrow. So thank you for listening once again. Whether you're mowing your lawn, whether you're just cooking in your kitchen, listening to Block 2 Easy and your boy KG. This is Real Talk Football episode 12. We out of here.